Nothing to be done.
I'm beginning to come round to that opinion. All my life I've tried to put it from me, saying, Vladimir, be reasonable. You haven't yet tried everything. And I resumed the struggle. So there you are again.
Am I?
I'm glad to see you back. I thought you were gone forever.
Me too.
Together again at last. We'll have to celebrate this. But how? Get up till I embrace you.
Not now, not now.
May one inquire where His Highness spent the night?
In a ditch.
A ditch? Where?
Over there.
And they didn't beat you?
Beat me? Certainly they beat me.
The same lot as usual?
The same. I don't know.
When I think of it, all these years, but for me, where would you be? You'd be nothing more than a little heap of bones at the present minute, no doubt about it.
And what of it?
It's too much for one man. On the other hand, what's the good of losing heart now? That's what I say. We should have thought of it a million years ago, in the 90s.
Oh, stop blathering and help me off with this bloody thing.
Hand in hand from the top of the Eiffel Tower among the first. We were presentable in those days. Now it's too late. They wouldn't even let us up. What are you doing?
Taking off my boot. Did that never happen to you?
Boots must be taken off every day. I'm tired of telling you that. Why don't you listen to me?
Help me.
It hurts?
Hurts? He wants to know if it hurts.
No one ever suffers but you. I don't count. I'd like to hear what you'd say if you had what I have.
It hurts.
Hurts. He wants to know if it hurts.
You might button it all the same.
True. Never neglect the little things of life.
What do you expect? You always wait till the last moment.
The last moment. Hope deferred maketh for something sick. You said that.
Why don't you help me?
Sometimes I feel it coming all the same. Then I go all queer. How shall I say? Relieved and at the same time appalled. Appalled. Funny. Nothing to be done. Well?
Nothing.
Show.
There's nothing to show.
Try it, put it on again.
I'll air it for a bit.
There's man all over for you, blaming on his boots the faults of his feet. This is getting alarming. One of the thieves was saved. It's a reasonable percentage. Gogo,
What?
suppose we repented.
Repented what?
Oh, we wouldn't have to go into the details.
Our being born.
One daren't even laugh anymore.
Dreadful privation.
Merely smile. It's not the same thing. Nothing to be done. Gogo,
What is it?
did you ever read the Bible?
The Bible? I must have taken a look at it.
Do you remember the Gospels?
I remember the maps of the Holy Land. Coloured they were, very pretty. The Dead Sea was pale blue. The very look of it made me thirsty. That's where we'll go, I used to say. That's where we'll go for our honeymoon. We'll swim. We'll be happy.
You should have been a poet.
I was. Isn't that obvious?
Where was I? How's your foot?
Swelling visibly.
Ah, yes. The two thieves. Do you remember the story?
No.
Shall I tell it to you?
No.
It'll pass the time. Two thieves, crucified at the same time as our Saviour. One,
Oh, what?
our Saviour. Two thieves. One is supposed to have been saved, and the other damned.
Saved from what?
Hell.
I'm going.
And yet, how is it, this is not boring you, I hope, how is it that of the four evangelists, only one speaks of a thief being saved? The four of them were there, or thereabouts, and only one speaks of a thief being saved. Come on, Gogo, return the ball, can't you, once in a way?
I find this really most extraordinarily interesting.
1 out of 4 of the other 3, 2 don't mention any thieves at all, and the third says that both of them abused him.
Who?
What?
What's all this about? Abused who?
The Saviour.
Why?
Because he wouldn't save them.
From hell?
Imbecile. From death.
I thought you said hell.
From death. From death.
Well, what of it?
Then the 2 of them must have been damned.
And why not?
But one of the 4 says that one of the 2 was saved.
Well, they don't agree, and that's all there is to it.
But all 4 were there, and only one speaks of a thief being saved. Why believe him rather than the others?
Who believes him?
Everybody. It's the only version they know.
People are bloody ignorant apes. Charming spot. Let's go.
We can't.
Why not?
We're waiting for Godot.
You're sure it was here?
What?
That we were to wait?
He said by the tree. Do you see any others?
What is it?
I don't know. A willow.
Where are the leaves?
It must be dead.
No more weeping.
Or perhaps it's not the season.
Looks to me more like a bush.
A shrub.
A bush.
What are you insinuating? That we've come to the wrong place?
You should be here.
He didn't say for sure he'd come.
And if he doesn't come?
Come back tomorrow.
And then the day after tomorrow?
Possibly.
And so on.
The point is,
until he comes.
You're merciless.
We came here yesterday.
Oh no, there you're mistaken.
Did we do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday?
Yes.
Why? Nothing is certain when you're about.
In my opinion, we were here.
You recognize the place?
I didn't say that.
Well?
That makes no difference.
All the same, that tree, that fog.
You're sure it was this evening?
What?
That we were to wait?
He said Saturday, I think.
You think?
I must have made a note of it.
But what's Saturday? And is it Saturday? Is it not rather Sunday? Or Monday? Or Friday?
It's not possible.
Or Thursday?
What'll we do?
If he came yesterday and we weren't here, you may be sure he won't come again today.
But you say we were here yesterday.
I may be mistaken. Let's stop talking for a minute, do you mind?
All right. Gogo. Gogo. Gogo!
I was asleep. Why will you never let me sleep?
I felt lonely.
I had a dream.
Don't tell me.
I dreamt.
Don't tell me.
This one is enough for you. It's not nice of you, Diddy. Who am I to tell my private nightmares to if I can't tell them to you?
Let them remain private. You know I can't bear that.
There are times when I wonder if it wouldn't be better for us to part.
You wouldn't go far.
That would be too bad, really too bad. Wouldn't it, Diddy? be really too bad. When you think of the beauty of the way and the goodness of the wayfarers, wouldn't it, did it?
Calm yourself.
Calm, calm, the English say calm. You know the story of the Englishman in the brothel?
Yes.
Tell it to me.
Oh, stop it.
An Englishman, having drunk a little more than usual, goes to a brothel. The board asks him if he wants a fair one, a dark one, or a red-haired one. Go on.
Stop it.
You wanted to speak to me? You had something to say to me? Did you?
I've nothing to say to you.
You're angry? Forgive me. Come, Diddy. Give me your hand. Embrace me. Don't be stubborn. You stink of garlic.
It's for the kidneys. What do we do now?
Wait.
Yes, but while waiting.
What about hanging ourselves?
Give us an erection,
An erection?
with all that follows. Where it falls, mandrakes grow. That's why they shriek when you pull them up. Did you not know that?
Let's hang ourselves immediately.
From a bough? I wouldn't trust it.
We can always try.
Go ahead.
After you.
No, you first.
Why me?
You're lighter than I am.
Just so.
Don't understand.
Use your intelligence, can't you?
I remain in the dark.
This is how it is. The bow, the bow. Use your head, can't you?
You're my only hope.
Godot light. Bow not break. Godot dead. Diddy heavy. Bow break. Diddy alone. Whereas,
I hadn't thought of that.
if it hangs you, it'll hang anything.
But am I heavier than you?
So you tell me, I don't know. There's an even chance, or nearly.
Well, what shall we do?
Don't let's do anything. It's safer.
Let's wait and see what he says.
Who?
Godot,
Good idea.
let's wait till we know exactly how we stand.
On the other hand, it might be better to strike the iron before it freezes.
I'm curious to hear what he has to offer. Then we'll take it or leave it.
What exactly did we ask him for?
Were you not there?
I can't have been listening.
Oh, nothing very definite.
A kind of prayer.
Precisely.
A vague supplication.
Exactly.
And what did he reply?
That he'd see.
That he couldn't promise anything.
That he'd have to think it over.
In the quiet of his home.
Consult his family,
His friends.
his agents,
His correspondence.
his books,
His bank account.
before taking a decision.
It's the normal thing.
Is it not?
I think it is.
I think so too.
And we?
I beg your pardon?
I said, and we?
I don't understand.
Where do we come in?
Come in?
Take your time.
Come in on our hands and knees.
As bad as that.
Your worship wishes to assert his prerogatives?
We've no rights anymore.
You'd make me laugh if it wasn't prohibited.
We've lost our rights.
We got rid of them.
We're not tied. We're not.
Listen.
I hear nothing.
Nor I.
You gave me a fright.
I thought it was he.
Who?
Godot.
Wow, the wind in the reeds.
Could have sworn I heard shouts.
And why would he shout?
At his horse.
I'm hungry.
Do you want a carrot?
Is that all there is?
I might have some turnips.
Give me a carrot. It's a turnip.
Oh, pardon. I could have sworn it was a carrot. All that's turnips. You must have eaten the last. Wait, I have it. There, dear fellow. Give me the turnip. Make it last, that's the end of him.
I asked you a question. Did you reply?
How's the carrot?
It's a carrot.
So much the better, so much the better. What was it you wanted to know?
I've forgotten. That's what annoys me. I'll never forget this carrot. Oh, yes, now I remember.
Well,
We're not tied.
don't hear a word you're saying.
I'm asking you if we're tied.
Tied?
Tied.
How do you mean, tied?
Down.
But to whom? By whom?
To your man.
To Godot? Tied to Godot? What an idea. No question of it.
His name is Godot.
I think so.
Fancy that. Funny, the more you eat, the worse it gets.
With me, it's just the opposite.
In other words,
I get used to the muck as I go along.
is that the opposite
Question of temperament.
of character?
Nothing you can do about it.
No use struggling.
One is what one is.
No use wriggling.
The essential doesn't change.
Nothing to be done. Well, to finish it.
Let me go.
Stay where you are.
Be careful, he's wicked with strangers.
Is that him?
Who?
Godot? Yes.
I present myself, Putzo.
Not at all.
He said Godot.
Not at all.
You're not Mr. Godot, sir.
I am Putzo. Putzo. Does that name mean nothing to you? I say, does that name mean nothing to you?
Botzer. Botzer.
Potso. Potso.
Putzo.
Ah, Potso. Let me see. Potso.
Is it Potso or Botso?
Potso. No, I'm afraid No, I don't seem to.
I once knew a family called Gotso. The mother had the clap.
We're not from these parts, sir.
You are human beings nonetheless. As far as one can see, of the same species as myself. Of the same species as Putzo, made in God's image.
Well, you see,
Who is Godot?
Godot?
You took me for Godot.
Oh, no, sir. Not for an instant, sir.
Who is he?
Oh, he's a kind of acquaintance.
Nothing of the kind. We hardly know him.
True, we don't know him very well, but all the same.
Personally, I wouldn't even know him if I saw him.
You took me for him.
That's to say, you understand the dusk, the strain, waiting. I confess, I imagine for a second.
Waiting. So you were waiting for him?
Well, you see,
Here, on my land.
we didn't intend any harm.
We meant well.
The road is free to all.
That's how we looked at it.
It's a disgrace, but there you are.
Nothing we can do about it.
Let's say no more about it. Every time he drops, he falls asleep. Up, hug. Stop. Back. Turn. Gentlemen, I am happy to have met you. Yes, yes, sincerely happy. Closer. Stop. Yes, the road seems long when one's journeys are all alone. 4. Yes. Yes, 6 hours, that's right. 6 hours and then. And never a soul in sight. Coat. Hold down. Coat. Touch of autumn in the air this evening. Whip. Yes, gentlemen. I cannot go for long without the society of my likes. Even when the likeness is an imperfect one. Stool. Back. Further. Stop. That is why, with your permission, I propose to dally with you a moment before I venture any further. Basket. The fresh air stimulates the jaded appetite. Basket. He stinks. Happy days.
What ails him?
He looks tired.
Why doesn't he put down his bags?
How do I know? Careful.
Say something to him.
Look,
What?
his neck.
I see nothing.
Here.
Oh, I say!
A running saw.
It's the rope!
It's the rubbing.
It's inevitable!
It's the knot.
It's the chaffing!
He's not bad looking.
Would you say so?
A trifle effeminate.
Look at the slobber.
It's inevitable.
Look at the slaver.
Perhaps he's a half-wit.
A cretin.
It looks like a goiter.
It's not certain.
He's panting.
It's inevitable.
And his eyes.
What about them?
Goggling out of his head.
Looks at his last gasp to me.
It's not certain. Ask him a question.
What do we risk?
What do we risk?
Mister?
Louder.
Mister?
Leave him in peace. Can't you see he wants to rest? Basket. Basket. What can you expect? It's not his job. Ah, that's better.
Please, sir.
What is it, my good man?
You finished with the, you don't need the, bones, sir.
You couldn't have waited?
No, no. He does well to ask. Do I need the bones? No, personally, I do not need them anymore. But, in theory, the bones go to the carrier. He is therefore the one to ask. Go on. Go on. Don't be afraid. Ask him. He'll tell you.
Mister? Excuse me, mister?
You're being spoken to, pig. Reply. Try him again.
Excuse me, mister? The bones. You won't be wanting the bones.
Reply. Do you want them or don't you? They're yours. I don't like it. I've never known him to refuse a bone before. Nice business it'd be if he fell sick on me.
It's a scandal.
Are you alluding to anything in particular?
To treat a man like that, I think that... No, a human being. No, it's a scandal.
A disgrace!
You are severe. What age are you? If it's not a rude question. 60, 70? What age would you say he was?
$11.
I am impertinent. I must be getting on. Thank you for your society. Let's smoke another pipe before I go. What do you say? Oh, I'm only a small smoker. A very small smoker. I'm not in the habit of smoking 2 pipes, one on top of the other. It makes my heart go pit-pat. It's the nicotine. One absorbed it in spite of one's precautions. You know how it is. But perhaps you don't smoke. Yes? No? It's of no importance. But how am I to sit down there, without affectation, now that I have risen, without appearing to, how shall I say, without appearing to falter? I beg your pardon? Perhaps you didn't speak. It's of no importance. Let me see.
Oh, that's better.
Let's go.
So soon.
One moment. Done.
Let's go.
hope I'm not driving you away. Wait a little longer. You'll never regret it.
We're in no hurry.
The second is never so sweet. As the first, I mean. But it's just sweet the same.
I'm going.
You can no longer endure my presence. I am perhaps not particularly human, but who cares? Think twice before you do anything rash. Suppose you go now, while it is still day, for there is no denying it is still day. Good. What happens in that case? I'm out. In that case. In that case. What happens in that case to your appointment with this? Got it. Godot. Got in. Anyhow, you see who I mean. Who has your future in his hand. At least your immediate future.
Who told you?
He speaks to me again. If this goes on much longer, we'll soon be old friends.
Why doesn't he put down his bags?
I too would be happy to meet him. The more people I meet, the happier I become. From the meanest creature one departs wiser, richer, more conscious of one's blessings. Even you, who knows, will have added to my store.
Why doesn't he put down his bags?
But that would surprise me.
You're being asked a question.
Question. Who? What? A moment ago you were calling me sir, in fear and trembling. Now you're asking me questions. No goodwill will come of this.
I think he's listening.
What?
You can ask him now. He's on the alert.
Ask him what?
Why he doesn't put down his bags.
I wonder.
Ask him, can't you?
You want to know why he doesn't put down his bags, as you call them?
That's it.
You are sure you agree with that?
He's puffing like a grampus.
The answer is this. But stay still, I beg of you. You're making me nervous.
Here,
What is it?
he's about to speak.
Good. Is everybody ready? Is everybody looking at me? Will you look at me? Pig.